Impermanent loss. Okay, so I can answer that real fast. So when you add liquidity, let's say you have Ethereum and Bitcoin, and you want to add liquidity so people can easily swap between the two. So you're going to take $50 of Bitcoin and $50 of Ethereum, and you're going to pair those together. And if you wanted to do that on PantherSwap, you would go to trade, liquidity. First, you would have to own Bitcoin. First, you need to own Bitcoin and own Ethereum, whatever two tokens you're trying to pair. And then you're going to come here into the liquidity page. If you don't own them, then you can swap for them. Then you go to liquidity, and you're going to pair those two things together. And this is all happening through smart contracts. So you have to pay the gas fees for these smart contracts. When those two things are paired, now you can stake them and add them to the liquidity pool. So you have $50 of Bitcoin and $50 of Ethereum. Well, what happens if the price of Ethereum goes through the roof, like we've been seeing, right? Ethereum went through the roof. So what that smart contract is going to do, that paired your tokens together, if the price of Ethereum is going up, it's going to sell Ethereum and buy Bitcoin to keep that at 50-50. 50% Bitcoin, 50% Ethereum. If Ethereum is losing value, then it's going to buy Ethereum and sell Bitcoin to keep that 50-50 pair. So at the end of the day, you're always going to get fucked. If you're staking, if you're adding liquidity through liquidity pools, if the discrepancy between the price of those two assets changes rapidly, you will get fucked. All right, so you need to factor that in when you put your money into these pools. Now the theory is the APR, the rewards that you're getting for staking those two things, do they outweigh the potential for impermanent loss? That's your question when you go to invest in something like this. Now you can also stake stable coins. So you could pair up Binance's US dollar coin with Tether. And now those prices aren't supposed to change, right? Because they're supposed to stay at $1. So you're probably not going to have much impermanent loss. And now let's say you stake Cake and Ethereum. Let's say both Cake and Ethereum, the price is going up. You're not going to face impermanent loss. You're only going to face impermanent loss when the prices, when they differ. When one of the assets changes and the other one doesn't, or one's going up and one's going down, that's when you're going to face impermanent loss because the smart contract is trying to find that 50-50 balance. So when you go to add liquidity and when you go to stake, you need to think about all that stuff. So either stake stable coins, think that impermanent loss is not going to outweigh the gains that you get for being a part of the pool, or if you stake Cake and BNB, Cake and BNB, the price, if one goes up, you might say that Cake and BNB, the prices are somewhat tied to each other, right? Because they're on the same network. Cake is part of BNB, kind of. So if you think that these tokens are going to maintain a similar price ratio, then go ahead and add liquidity. Or if you think that the rewards that you're going to gain from adding that liquidity is going to outweigh the impermanent loss, then go ahead and do that. So these are things you got to think about, all right?